Hi, back again. Something a bit different today. The bedroom upstairs is a bit cold. I've got this thing that I need to build. It's been sat in my cupboard for about 6 months, and it's this. It's a good shed. It's laser cut. Obviously wood. Now I've made one of these before, so I just thought I'd have a go. As you can see, I've laid everything out on the table, checked I've got all the parts. The instructions don't seem that complicated. I've checked I've got all the bits, and I'm not going to go show you me fitting every piece because it'd go on forever, but I just thought I'd just show you the stages I go through. I'm going to have to stop and start because I want to actually paint some of the pieces inside, so by the time it is built, you know, I haven't got to try and rip it apart to paint it. But there we go. We'll make a start and see how we go. Now the first part, as you can see, these are quite detailed. They seem very well made, say the laser cut. I'm not quite sure how they do it, but everything's been pushed out, so it's just a matter of going for it really. The first part of the instruction says turn these over onto this side, and then you've got two pieces that have got to be glued so the windows match up, and you cover it says front and rear, they want covering up so you can't see them. So by the looks of it, I'm going to have to get some weight on there, so I'll glue them together anyway and then see how we go. So there we are, they're glued down. I suppose that'll give it a bit more rigidity. The reason I went for this kit was because I'm trying to do a main station. I wanted a good size, good shed, and this just seemed a bit different and something to try. Anyway, I'm going to let them dry now, so it's going to take a time, I would think, so see you soon. Right, the next stage is to glue these sides in, making sure they're 90 degrees, obviously into these three locking places here. It says make sure that the entrance is farthest away, this entrance from that entrance, so you just get the right way around. So that slots in there, and to make sure it's at 90 degrees I'm just going to block it, he says, before it falls over. Right, so I'll carry on and do the other one and we'll go on. Right, the next part is to glue these, because it's not quite set yet. It takes 2 hours, I've done it about half an hour. But these should help strengthen it up as well. They actually go in there. So that should strengthen it, if you can see. If I move the square out of the way, it might be easier. Oh, a bit manic there. So these, this is internal, so it should be quite a nice thing by the time it's finished. And that'll obviously give it a bit more rigidity. Right, I think it's all about waiting for the glue to dry. Right, the next part, this will give it a lot more rigidity as well, is it's like the loading bay floor area. Goes in there. Obviously that wants to be seen. I missed a bit. Give them a bit more. I think I need a bit of weight on the top there to hold it in. It's just about waiting and seeing what happens. To give it a bit more rigidity, I'm going to put the floor area in now. This is obviously in the loading bay, so that will slot like so. I think I need to go a bit down here. Let me try it out again. Oh well, you live and learn, as they say. And I'm certainly seem to do a lot of learning with this hobby. That's handy. Coming on. Right, that's seems to be set. Now what I've done here is there's actually 8 of these pieces, and then what there's to make 2 sets of steps. So you join all 4 together, and one goes in each corner near this door, obviously on the inside. So I've stuck all 4 together, and now I'm just going to get a bit of glue and stick them in. Now I'm getting to a stage now when really should I be painting things. So that's going to go on that side. But I think this will give it more rigidity again, I would imagine. So we're going to go on that side. And they just go down there. You can see them underneath to the doorway. It's quite detailed. And it's a good size as well. So that's the stairs in. Find out what the next part is. So what I'm doing now is this is the stairwells that go across there, across these stairs at the bottom. I'll try and do it so you can see what I'm doing. First I'm going to glue these two together. It says you can get some glue. And then that obviously glues on here. That glues on there. And those slots glue up there, which will finish the stairway off. Like so. Actually, I'm very impressed with the detailing of this. Like I say, it's the first time I've ever made one of these. I'm going to pull that one. I made a mess of that one. There we go. Sticky fingers, I think. So there's his two. You can probably see better underneath. The detailing's very good. Obviously there's the stairs going down. One on each side. To the door. Now I've just given the inside a quick coat of paint because I know there's a floor weights coming in here. And I've got to fit these small banisters to go down to the steps. So it will just make it a bit easier. So now, try and fit these in. Glue's going a bit mad. I need to turn this round, get some pressure on it. Aha. Sorry about this, it's a bit more fiddly than I thought. Get it the right way round. And there we are. The banisters are in. Obviously they'll need a coat of paint as well. The next stage is to put this a bit fiddly. Find the other one. Put these steps in. Obviously they're going past the window there. Then put two of these little cross members across, which makes the steps. Easier said than done. There we go, I think that's going to take a long time, so I'll leave that for a bit. I think it's, instead of the tripod, it's easier to show you here. They're quite fiddly, those steps, but it's certainly getting there. The detail's very good actually. So I'll find out what's next. It must be the floorway upstairs, I suppose. Right, these steps seem to have stuck down quite well now. So I was right, the next piece is the floor. I've had to put these two supporting joists in. But we'll just put a lot of glue around it and see how we go. Now it does say at this point in the instructions that if you want to paint the interior, you need to do it before you stick this floor in. But I think I'll be able to get to what I need to do. Right, well that was typical, the camera running out of charge. But I have fitted the floor. It's very simple to do, and then you've got to fit these handrails. And the next piece is to fit the last wall in, and then go down round to the front and do the loading bay. Right, I've put the floor in obviously, and the next thing is they say stick the backing. Well, I'm not actually going to glue it in because I do want to paint it. But I'll show you to finish it off. Oh, that's just on pegs there, so obviously what it says now is to, obviously it won't fit, just put it on its back. This is just to do the last finishing touches really. You've got the lorry ramp. You stick two in. You want to get any glue out. And then obviously the long one that goes along. Like this. Now what it gives you here is two doors, and it tells you to put glue a strip on top. I did these earlier because I just thought, well, they'd take a time to set. So what I do now is I glue this into place. And then the roof cover, now you should be able to stick it up. The doors obviously slot in there. But I'll let that set properly first. So they obviously open and shut. And on the top here, I ought to let these set, but anyway, a bit of a rough job. This sits up there. And then you get, to finish off, you get all these roof pieces, which are obviously straightforward. Obviously I'm not going to glue these because like I say I want to be able to paint in the side. Well, that was bound to happen, wasn't it? Probably because I brushed it, I haven't stuck the back in yet so the gap's too far apart. Trying to do this without pressing the back apart. Well, I think next time you see it, you've got the good idea. There you go, at last she's finished. Obviously I've got to paint it, but I'll do that when I get up to the layout. But it's a very nice kit actually, quite easy to do. The roof still needs gluing down, but I've just left that like that so I can paint it. I've painted some inside. I haven't bothered upstairs because I don't think you're really going to see, but sorry, you can't really see a lot in there. But that's the back. It'll look a lot better with a coat of paint. But the doors do open and shut. And I think that's quite a nice size. Anyway, like I say, it's the first time I've built one, so hopefully it will give you a few ideas. Okay, well next time you see it, hopefully it should be painted and actually be on the layout, and I'll do an update with some engines running. I'm all ready to put her on the layout, so touch wood, there we go. Alright, bye for now. Thanks for watching. Sorry if it was a bit of a long one. And please subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye.